Welcome to Paranormal Gateway Paratalk. I'm the Scott Wise. My special guest tonight is Nia Terribile. Nia was born and raised in Meriden, Connecticut. She's a wife and mother of two. She is also author of two ebooks, Paranormal Activity in Silver City and Our Real Ghost Stories. In her free time, she enjoys both watching and reading about people's paranormal encounters. As a child, she had paranormal experiences in her home. Her story is featured on My Paranormal Nightmare. Tonight, you will hear firsthand about her experiences with the paranormal she had while living in her haunted home. So, without further ado, let's welcome Nia to the show. Welcome, Nia.
Thank you for having me.
Sure thing. Hey, we got you on it. There's no technical difficulties. We got you in there.
Yeah.
It could be Google could be handy, but so I never had that problem before, but hopefully we figure it out. Good. So I'll start off by I read your book and stuff. I see you start off at an early age, getting into this paranormal. You want to tell us how you start off at a young age?
Yeah, I was always into the paranormal. The house that I grew up in was always haunted. Like my dad saw a shadow. He saw an apparition when he was younger in the 60s or 70s. We would have little things here and there happen. Like my brother would see a shadow figure walking in my bedroom, and we would see apparitions, feeling of being watched in my bedroom. I would have a hard time sleeping because I would hear someone walking around my bed, and then my blinds would go up and down by themselves.
Wow. Yeah. That's so crazy. So, you eventually were living with your grandma?
Yes, when I was younger, my parents divorced, so my dad and my brother and I moved with my grandparents into their home, which was like my childhood haunted home.
Well, that happened when you're 15 years old, when you're in school. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you want to tell us some of the things you saw, or some experiences you had, and what you did that you probably shouldn't have done when you were.
When I was 15, I played with the spirit board and also did conjuring spells too. And the house was already haunted. So I might be the spirit board. So I fooled around with it right away, and nothing happened. So I was reading from my conjuring books just to see like if I could contact the spirits in the home or anything around me, but nothing happened right away until a couple days later. I was woken up with something growling in my ear and I couldn't move. Now this happened every single night at 3:15, and there was one night that I got brave and I opened my eyes, and standing by my bed was this hooded shadow figure.
Wow.
Yeah.
Hard to get back to sleep out of that. So that went on you did for 2 or 3 months.
It happened for about like the whole summer, so about 2 months. Every day I would be woken up with something growling in my ear.
I never had a childhood haunted home. I had some, like you said, you got your friends and stuff talk about it. I actually had a friend who had a haunted home that was actually an old Civil War house, a big like a mansion, and they actually had triage a hospital in there for wounded soldiers, and so they had died in there. And I stayed a couple times, and it was still noisy. and stuff being broken. But I never had anything again. I mean, in 2 of the years I've been investigating, how that stuff happened. But
Yeah.
so, so when you got with your friends, I believe you had some people over or staying over, um, and have gone back and forth to your aunt's house, I think too.
Yeah, I decided to cuz I thought it was the house. I didn't know something attached to me. So I decided to like move in with my aunt, which lived across the street from us. So I moved there, and the first night I was there, I was woken up with something growling in my ear again, and I couldn't move. Um, so the second night, I fell asleep in her room because I was too scared to sleep in the bedroom that she gave me. So I slept on her floor, and in her room, you could see the room that I was staying at, and you could feel like someone was watching you, like they were whatever was watching me in that room was really upset that I was sleeping in my aunt's room. And then I was also 15, so Monday through Friday I got a job watching my little cousin. So I moved from Monday through Friday. I moved the next town over from our town to stay there so I could take care of my little cousin. And that night, when I was staying there, I was woken up with something growling in my ear, and the lights above me, you had to touch it to turn it on. It was going on and off by itself. So I ran out of the room to sleep in the living room. But before I got into the living room, I had to pass my little cousin's bedroom, and I heard whispering coming from his room. And the next morning, I asked my aunt, oh, like my little cousin was up in the middle of the night. And she said, no, he was sleeping in her room the whole night. So I don't know what was in that room. So I guess it
Wow.
was, yeah, the spirits following me from place to place.
Yeah, not a friendly spirit. It had about I guess it was the fiery lady in the corner.
Oh, that was when that
Yeah.
I was younger, when I was like 8 or 9.
No, okay.
I woke up like terrified, and sitting down in the corner of my room was this woman sitting in the chair, and she had like fiery red hair and like decaying face and pure white eyes, and she was motioning me to come closer to her. But the way she was motioning me, it was like her movement was like from the 1920s movies, like how they would walk, like very slow.
Mhm.
um and I remembered, like, I didn't go next to her at all because of her appearance, and like the air was thick, like, and I woke up terrified. I just remembered my head hitting the pillow, so I think I fainted. um the next day, I told my cousin, who was really religious, and she was praying over me and praying throughout the house. And a couple of days later, I got very sick, like I couldn't swallow. And this happened for a while, like, so I wouldn't eat, and I was losing weight. And eventually I told my grandmother noticed that I was losing weight, and so she prayed around, like prayed above me and stuff, and I felt better. So I think that lady was getting me sick, or like I think it was a demonic being.
Wow. Well, yeah, I noticed in the book also about the with like some with horns, or do you have some kind of other experience that terrifies you?
Yeah, that was when I was 15. I it was the time that I was woken up at 3:15 with something growling here. Eventually I moved back to my grandparents' house because I realized like it wasn't the house, it was me, like something was attached to me and was following me, so I eventually moved back to my grandparents' house. And I fell asleep down in the basement where there was a couch and TV because it was the coolest place. Because it was summertime, it was the coolest place to sleep. I was woken up with something coming down the stairs. Um, so I opened my eyes, still couldn't move, and standing in the doorway was things with this being with like horns, but the face was censored out, so I couldn't see the face. And it kept on reappearing and disappearing until it got to the sofa, the end of the sofa where I was at, and it told me to go upstairs. My grandmother wants me. So I eventually was able to move, and I had to run past it and run up the stairs. And I went into the living room where my grandma was, but she was fast asleep. So I still, till this day, don't understand why it told me to go upstairs.
Yeah, it's weird.
Yeah. Like the only thing I could think of was my grandmother at the time. She was having bad dreams about me signing a book with the devil. And
Yeah.
she was having dreams, the same dreams periodic, like same dreams each day for a couple of days. And she eventually told me about this dream, and I told her, like, she was being silly, like, because I was embarrassed about, because I was embarrassed about the haunted because I brought it upon myself.
Mm-hmm.
And in my family, it was like a big no-no to play with the spirit board and fooling around with occult matters. Like my family was very religious. So like, but with my grandmother, like, she would have these dreams that would come true. Like if she sees numbers, she would tell people to play the lotto, like those numbers, and they would appear. Like so she has like some ability.
Right. At that time when you were told upstairs, I mean to ask a personal question, but was your mother ill that time? Was there anything, or?
No, my grandmother wasn't ill. She was just, I still till this day don't understand why it told me to go upstairs.
Yeah, that's, yeah, that's weird. So do you, do you have any experience with the word, like anything positive at all? I mean, I'm like when you give it to your friend to use, and what she had to tell you? I mean, you had success with it at first, and I think you stuck at the school.
Oh, my the spirit board, and I guess it worked for her. Like it was telling her certain stuff, but with me it wasn't working. And my house was haunted, so I don't understand why it didn't work for me, but it
Oh
worked.
yeah, yeah. Oh. Yeah, so that it was the weirdest thing. When I was younger, of course, I think was the Hasbro that did the Ouija board. I'm sure which company it was, but they put out as a toy, and I had one for many years. I never used it. And I ended up getting rid of it. But I been ghost hunting for about close to 20 years now, and we never used it. It's just it's something new. Why I think you found out the hard way.
Like board, it wasn't the typical Ouija board. It wasn't the Parker Brothers. It was called Psychic Circle. It had the zodiac signs. It had
Mm-hmm.
the typical letters, the yes and no. Um, but it had more details like in the board, like with the zodiac signs, so it could like it was more detailed. And it got, my cousin saw the reviews of the spirit board like recently, and it got good reviews that it does work, I guess, with certain people.
I just someone like get into a read the book. Because it's all kind. People do it with cardboard and marker.
Yeah.
So yeah, so if you want to do it, you can do it that way. Yeah. I don't mess with stuff. No, I don't do the seance stuff or any kind of stuff for the cult. I read a lot about the cult growing up, and I never, and witchcraft, that kind of stuff, but I never got into it. Wiccan, that kind of stuff. I mean, I think Wiccan is that bad. Yeah, it all depends on it's a good, bad, and everything. So, yeah, that's something that I never really got into. It was not one of the stipulations of our group, or I start my group. I had one guy come on, well, if you're not using it properly, I said, yes, the first thing, properly, you know. And
Mhm.
I don't think there is a way to say goodbye, that kind of stuff, but you never know. I mean, and there's also, you get the ones that are acting like little kids and stuff, and they end up being, not that, and they get sucked into it, and that, I heard of, like you said about you, how you lost weight and stuff, and I heard stories about people going to deep depression and everything like you have, and I think sometimes there might even be polarized activity coming through too. So I think there'd be anything come through. That's why you should be careful when you use it if you use it.
And I
Well,
guess certain like rules too, like that you're supposed to say goodbye. I never did. I just stopped playing the
right.
board. Um, and then sometimes I would use it by myself.
Hmm.
I did use it with my cousin and my other a different cousin, like two different cousins I used it with. And when we were down in the basement using it, we heard something, it sounded like something with goat feet walking around the furnace
Oh,
room. And um the fan was connected to um something up in the ceiling to like for it to go, and that like something like swiped the wire, so the fan went off, and we got spooked and ran upstairs, but something was walking around the furnace room.
wow.
Yeah, there was a lot of activity during summer, a lot of negative activity.
Hmm. Yeah, like I said, I'll never miss with that. I did with a kid one time, I think, but and that after that, I stopped doing that. But this asked for trouble. I know that I had a residential case back in York many years ago. Or I used to live in York, PA. I'm out Ohio now for the past 8 years. But yeah, we had a residential case, so a guy called up and here his dumbass daughter. Well, honestly, a lot of people experiment with it, but she didn't know anything about it. Her and her friend got into it too, and they did more than that. They did pentagrams all over the place and on the walls and stuff. And I'm like, they had Ouija board too, but they also had the gosh, what else they have? Black candles all over the place.
Hmm.
It was just everything. The whole room was just dark, and the guy who was the father, called us because he got scratched once. And then so we were in there, like I still walked in. I said, "Oh God, really?" I'm kind of an empath. I can feel kind of stuff too. And I walk in there, I almost hit the turn back. I like it was such negative energy in that room. It was so bad. I almost got sick just going into it. So we did sage and stuff on it and told them to tear all that shit down. In fact, we took some stuff with them just threw away.
Mhm.
And then we got the Ouija board burned it, but it's just people don't understand. And when I understand young is curious, is oh, I saw that Ouija movie. You know what? That was pretty cool. Let's summon my demon. That's good.
Yeah.
No, no, you don't want to summon anything. Everything that's all feeble. I have somebody in here. I know it's a female, probably the around my age, probably younger anyway. I had no problem with her. I could tell she's here, but she came from my last place I was at. It's strange just have to know sometimes. I can tell she's here. But it doesn't bother me. If she wants to say she can, I have no problem with that. But if anything started happening that would be, I'd be able to. But so far, I hear all the people have the same thing. I think so. But I think that's how people that maybe don't want to know if there's something there because a lot of people will, well, hey, I used my voice recorder and I picked up somebody saying help me or like ground or stuff and I don't touch it. I mean, I did because I'm super interested with it and I know how to do something about it if need be. Because I did get a PO answer me one time. I did get a name that I was over there and says, yes, just I am. And I'm like, okay. So I know she's here, so I've met them since that place a little different. So I was like, I'm not going to. But I mean, I might know who she is. I was on some guys last night who could read people, and she apparently on my shoulder last night.
Mhm.
And I talked about what happened on my investigations. I'll tell you real quick. My investigation when I was younger, I got into the graphic arts field, and that's my my profession. But I could be real good friends with a girl, and we used to go out, and it was nothing serious. We used to have real friends. And we go out and party a lot after work, and I got to know her real good. And I was dressed a couple. No, I didn't go to her house. That's right. But she came over to my house a couple times, just watching some horror movies and stuff. And I got into work one day, and like my one other friend, her best friend, one girl in there, she's crying. I'm like, what's going on? I said, well, she hasn't been all so and so was murdered by her husband last night. I'm like, oh, really? And I'm like, oh God, I was like, we're all staffed up. I'm like, well, like 3 years down the road, maybe 4 or 5 years down the road, when you're just getting into it, we had residential case and we're down in the basement talking. It's just, I'll let you know if we're in here, there's a girl murdered here in this house by her husband. And I said, don't tell me her name is. I told her the names. Oh my God, that's it.
Oh,
So we investigated the house that night, and we had a couple voices, not real. The hero here was your female voice, we a lot, but they wanted to come back there, but then they ended up moving, so we didn't go back.
yeah.
So and they also were talking about getting recorders and stuff. Just don't do it. Even just talk recorders can invite people into. Any kind of any device really can if you want to. Yeah. So you wrote those books too. Um, and that was a bunch of different stories you gathered from other people.
Yeah, I gathered stories, paranormal stories from people from my town and then the town next door. And I was shocked that I was getting a lot of stories because I thought people would be like, hesitant to tell me their stories. But like I got a lot. And so I wrote an ebook about the collection of the paranormal stories.
Yeah, I read that book, and is there anyone in there, a couple they remember that was really like
One
horrific or terrifying? Or
one story that terrified me was a woman messaged me and it was about her husband cancer and he was hearing like bells, I think, or he was hearing like something and he thought it was for him and he died eventually. Like that's what I was terrified of because I think it's like just the afterlife. Like we don't know that much about it. I
right, and yeah, that I know. Well, my grandfather died. He was in the hospital, and he had dementia. So he's really far gone, and he wanted to know you were there basically. So my mom was in the room with him, and she was there at the time he passed. And he used to have this little black dog, or I was schnauzer or something maybe. And it was his favorite pet. So they had stuffed animal they gave him to hold on to. And she said, my mom said when he passed, he went, his eyes went, and he's gone. So he saw something that he got a big smile on his face, and he was gone. So when I heard that story, I'm like, that something is I feel is after. Whether it's heaven or hell or it's just another plane of existence, or to a do over or whatever,
yeah.
Um, but I'm just fascinated with that kind of stuff, and I watched many shows about people who left and came back, and there's some of the stories that stuff fascinates me. That and I don't want to ever have a near death experience, but if I do, and I come back, I hope I see something on there, and not just black something. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Like I kind of had one. I was younger and I was swimming in the ocean and a wave knocked me down and I my and it also knocked my cousin down and I didn't realize she was above me so I couldn't get up and all of a sudden I heard a voice say you could get up and when I got up like she told me, "Oh, I fell on you." Like, and I told her, I'm like, I heard a voice told me to get up.
Wow. Yeah. So I may interest you in if I can reach out to people, maybe do a show on that. It's just hard to get, people to. I mean, I can look through some books and stuff, maybe if I find people. Cause I know they're out there. I mean, even just having one personal talk about it with each other. I just it's something I've been into. So
Yeah.
yeah,
And
that
then my brother's story terrified me too because I didn't know he was having experiences. It's also in the book Our Real Ghost Stories. he was moving out from his condo, and all of a sudden he heard something yelling at him. So he went upstairs, but nothing was there. And then he just decided to just leave because he had a funny feeling. And when he went to his truck and looked up at the window, there was a shadow figure staring back down at him. So I wondered if, like, the shadow figure that was haunting me was bothering him. Because it's still, like, I believe it's dormant because I don't play with the Ouija board or do the conjuring spells anymore. That it's like it can't come full force.
Right.
Because we do have some experience in the new house, but not a lot. Like toys would go on and off. My son saw a shadow figure down in the family room. When I was walking to do laundry downstairs, I saw a shadow figure going into the wall. Like little things here and there would happen, but not like how it was when I was 15.
Yeah, I have a shadow was here one time. Actually, it was actually during a live show. Um, I see a corner of mine sometimes too. Back to the last place that I was at, that I actually saw down the hall of the kitchen. With the kitchen and the hall here, they opened up the bedrooms nicely, or good, I guess. And I looked, oh, yeah, cold that time. But this place here, like I said, I was on a live show, and I have windows over here by the dark curtains that I cover so no light comes in. Because I use my ring light I have here. And a little shadow about this high, like ran behind, but like see, not in front of me, but between me and the sign,
Yeah.
dark behind me. I'm like, yeah, I caught it. I did some motion too, and you see like almost like a little head going by.
Oh wow.
Man, I have to show it to you. Or I'll send it to you, you look at.
Yeah, I would love to see it. Because this
Yeah.
would bother me when I was pregnant, living in our condo. Like before we bought this house, we had a condo, and when I had my son was in the bassinet, and I was watching TV while he was sleeping, and all of a sudden I saw like the TV blacking out. So I thought the TV was broken. But when I looked up from my phone, it was the shadow figure going walking past the TV into the wall. So this thing always has been following me like throughout my life.
Well, you don't know who it could possibly be? Like a relative or anything? Or
No, I don't think it's a relative. I think it was something that I brought like to myself when I was playing with the spirit board.
yeah. Uh, well, it is not being devious or causing at least you're not seeing the things you used to see.
Yeah.
Do you do you still have dreams and nightmares anymore or no?
Do I see what?
Do you still have nightmares or dreams or
Once in a while I would have like nightmares about it, but not like how it was when I was 15, like being woken up every night with something growling in my ear. And then like when I do eventually go back to sleep when I was 15, it would continue until it would get daylight.
yeah, it's about having to try to babysit your cousin and having to hard to say it's just to stay awake. Yeah, so you didn't get any sleep and
Yeah,
yeah, that's
any
that.
in that
I
period.
I know how I feel if I can't get sleep at night. How awful I feel actually. Cause I was like that when I was really sick a few months ago. I had fun sleeping. Um, but I'd stay up all night until morning, and my wife would have to go to work. I still be up and she wait. As I can't sleep.
Mm.
So I take melatonin every night after bed. Oh, looks good. Although dissolved tablet, it's also melatonin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works good. I have really weird dreams. Um, and people say I never remember dreams. I remember all my dreams, and they're all weird. Just weird stuff. And I was talking to another paranormal investigator, and we got into she did a book on dreams, I think, and she's a dream journal. And I said that I've had the weirdest dreams. That other people seem to have it too. I looked up online where this piece of string in your mouth. It's like stuck in your tongue or something. You can't pull it out or in your teeth. And she, oh my God, had the same dreams. Like just weird kind of shit. And yeah, she told me I should start doing a dream journal. And I never did. I should do that though, 'cause everything I wake up, I'm like, what the hell? That just happened.
Yeah.
And a lot of times I think that weird to say, but um I feel out that this year I thought maybe at times that your dream state could be you in another plane
Hmm.
existence. And then there's just starting back and forth between these places. Kinda like people can what they call when they can astral project.
Yes.
Um I don't know if I'm like doing that or what, but it happens almost every night. I'm somewhere else, and it's just weird. Um, one time I was like out in the field somewhere, look at the mountains, and then one time I'm flying over the mountains. It's so weird, and just seeing weird. It's weird stuff. Though I I kind of feel comfortable, not comfortable, but I seen like stone figures and stuff, and it's just weird. And like back in the past, it's just weird stuff.
Yeah.
It's, it's just freaks me out. Yeah, but I managed to start writing down. Um, you want to? I tried looking for you're on My Paranormal Nightmare.
Yeah.
Is that show around anymore?
I think the
'Cause-
only season um of the show um but I was on that show. I saw a casting call for on one of the paranormal groups asking if anyone had a paranormal experience as a child because it all with my paranormal nightmare all the experiences is when everyone was in their childhood.
Mhm.
And so I messaged the woman, the producer, and I told her my story, and she said it, that she was going to pitch the story to her other castmates. And I got a phone call like a couple of days later, and I got picked for the show.
Wow. What kind of experience was that? Was, was it positive experience or just something that brought back memories and
It did bring back memories. Because I there was some stuff that I forgot, but then my cousin was like telling me, like, you remember this, you remember that. And I'm like, oh, like, I don't know if it was like like it was triggering like memories. And it just and brought back like bad memories too, when especially when I don't know if I was blocking it out of my head, but when I was about to throw the spirit board away, that night or before, it told me that it was going to kill me and my family. That's why I got rid of the board. So it was like my cousin was telling me like some stuff that I was blocking out of my head, but then I started to remember more stuff. That's why I wrote the book. It was more for like therapeutic writing it, so I could like get all my memories back and into the writing.
So did you write the book before the show or after the show?
After the show.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I looked on Discovery Plus. I had that. I couldn't find it anywhere. But I'll look around. Maybe I'll find.
Oh, I'll send you the link.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. That's awesome. I could check that out. Like I said, I was looking for it. We were approached by Discovery Channel, A&E, and a couple of others wanting our team to come on, and we had the contract for it. They wanted all rights to it, and we had a lot of stuff that we had, and we decided not to go that route. It's just something we just decided not to do. So
Yeah.
but we were so busy then with stuff. We were doing like sometimes 2 cases a month. We were doing, and back then is when well, like I said, I started all young, doing writing stuff, and about the cult stuff. And once I interested and got to do it with the team, now we got to sort of do stuff, and we are so busy. And this was like 2 years before the Ghost Hunters came on. They started a recruit, so yeah. And that got really popular. Now you can, it's just like put the map into the place you have those Ghost Hunters.
Yeah.
It's totally out there. I like people getting interested, and it's the feel that it's if we ever do find out what's on their side, it probably never happen in our lifetime or our next few generations or whatever. So it's just that's why I call it paranormal.
Yeah.
It really, I mean, it's just like stuff like video evidence is so hard to find, and to get the Yahoo out here who fake evidence, and that really pisses me off. Just bad rap for people start to take it seriously. Well, you got bad seeds out there, rotten apples.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder there's somebody of those just more hopefully that are doing everything good, not doing that stuff. Because I actually thought one time about doing our own show. They wanted us, a lot of people wanted us to discourage so I saw a group online, your evidence of the guys are, we're very fortunate with the stuff we got over the years. And they want us to maybe do a show. And then we decided, well, we're going to start it now. We go out, we set stuff up. We'll take a few days to do stuff like you normally would. And we're going to show even times we don't get stuff. So if you're okay with that, then we're going to do it. Because you go out, and a lot of times you don't get stuff. And like, oh, bummer. But a lot of times we'll go to the same place twice. So it's in this case, and a lot of times we get stuff second time. But like I said, we're very fortunate to get stuff. I'm gonna have a episode coming up, maybe it's an off day, and have a lot of my EVPs off my show online.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I'm gonna like go. Might do around Halloween for Halloween show. To have a group coming on the week of Halloween, but I'll make Halloween night.
Yeah.
I'm trying to get somebody out put a line out if people wanted me to have their investigation stream live on StreamYard. I've done one of my investigations like that. It's pretty easy to do.
Mhm.
I know it's a weeknight, so Halloween's on. I can't remember what day it's on, but it's a weeknight, so people won't be out just getting more likely unless they're retired or something. But yeah, I like to do it. I had it before at the Fire Museum. It turned out pretty good. I had like 6 hours live through StreamYard. It was a lot of fun.
Like I want to start investigating. There's a group of women in my state that wants to investigate. Like I became friends with them, but I'm a little nervous because I don't want to like go have another attachment.
Right, right. Just be careful. I mean, we take different kind of stuff along. Like what I think some of us have crosses, other things have these medicine bag that we carry along, and do opening prayers and closing prayers every time you do. And if you want, I can actually I'll send you them. If they don't do it already, I have to my own website opening and closing prayers.
Okay.
I could send that to you. Yeah, that's all stuff we can do to protect yourself. When you go out, a lot of people they'll sage themselves before they go.
Yeah, I have sage. I sometimes will sage my house.
Hmm. Yeah, I mean, it might take that long. As long as it got it go to the location. We had some people who didn't like the smell in their house, so
Mm.
they wouldn't just do it. But it does last long. I mean, it's very air freshener with you.
Yeah.
But yeah, I like the picture on your wall, Michael Myers.
Oh, I painted that.
Yeah, that's cool. Show it now again so I can see it. That's awesome.
I went to
Cool.
there,
I'm such a horror buff, dude. I love horror movies. Oh god.
I do too.
What's some of your favorite horror movies?
My favorite, probably the Lady in White or the Changeling.
Lily White is pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Um, the Lily White. You talk about that. I had the lady who wrote that book on my podcast a couple weeks ago.
Hmm.
She wrote the book
Oh
for
wow.
that. Yeah. Um. That another thing was one of the oldest movies that scared the hell out of me is I used to sit up and watch scary movies with my sister.
Hmm.
And she was like 4 years older than I was. I was like, I was like maybe 7 or 8 years old, maybe around there. And I was watching this movie called The Sentinel.
Oh yeah.
My God, I had nightmares of that. I was, these little people on the floor. Oh my God, it's like, oh. I'm not anybody ever saw that, but you gotta watch that movie. Oh my God. So you saw it, right?
Yes, I did. Because my
I
dad
get it, Joe.
rent movies like when Blockbuster and the mom and pop video store, and we would always get like
Yeah.
scary movies to watch.
Yeah, that was one of the ones that she was like, this thing, I just see little midget, or little, not midgets, I see little people running around with their weird fit. Oh my gosh. I recommend that movie to people who didn't see it. You can probably get it on Amazon or something. But just search for it. It's probably on some platform. I'd look for it again. I don't mind seeing it again. Another one I liked a lot. It's more like a slasher movie. It was Nightmare on Elm Street, the original.
Oh no, I never.
God, there's some Nightmare on Elm Street.
No.
Oh my God, you gotta watch it. It's one of the best. You'll watch it. The other ones after that aren't good, but the first one's good.
Yeah.
Oh my God, you should watch it. It actually had Johnny Depp in.
Oh.
He had the boyfriend, the girl in this Nancy.
Oh, Nightmare on Elm Street. I
Yeah,
like 3.
yeah. The first movie is good,
Yeah.
but that was okay. But the Dream Warriors I thought was stupid.
Oh yeah.
I like the song though, because a favorite group of mine, Dawkins, they sang that song. That's one of my favorite groups. They sing the song with us, Dream Warriors.
Yeah.
Yeah, so other movies that got well definitely Psycho was one of the ones the ones. Yeah. I shouldn't think anymore. But
I like the
I just oh yeah, the first as soon as this one near Blair.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that was a good one. They did remakes and I weren't that good. I was done watching that. Do you watch the show Evil?
I watched a little bit of it.
We made sure my wife binge watched it last week because we watched the first season and maybe we didn't remember it much anymore, and then we watched the whole thing. And yeah, that's a good show too. Not many out there, no, the TV series anymore for horror.
No.
I like it like that because a lot of times you watch the movies that have the stupidest freak endings, and it's like, do we just waste an hour and a half watching this movie? I'm like, well, that's an hour and a half. I'll never get back.
Like
Yeah.
in like Dead Files, the Hosier Files.
Oh yeah, and yeah, I like those. Um, Death Files to cut the new girl. She's okay.
Yeah.
Amy Allen, I think about her.
Me too.
But, yes. I got to meet them at a paranormal conference. And that's Steve Shafosky, or his name is.
Yeah.
Um, oh my god, he's alright. We talked to him, and he's kind on. He's that sweet guy. I got a picture with him, and yeah, he's a really nice guy.
Oh.
Yeah, he took pictures for free. Amy Allen was charging the box of pop. I like to pay pictures, man.
Oh,
Now,
she was pictures.
yeah, sure. Some do.
Yeah.
Yeah, and autograph one. I might pick one up, but I think it's yeah. But I didn't at that time. I didn't mind now because I spent a lot of money that night. I think I was just 2 books, and I got like 2 different shirts that day, and plus you pay $40 to win. So I spent like $125 that day, I think. So yeah.
I used to go see the Warrens when they were alive. I would go see them because they're from Connecticut like I am.
Oh yeah.
So I would go see them in their conferences and lectures. They were really good.
I bought a travel to Connecticut. Me and wife went there 1 year, but something happened. We couldn't go. But I want to go see the Orange Museum. I think that'd be fun.
Yeah. They've been traveling with the haunted items, I heard. in different Paracons.
Mm-hmm. I
Like
had it. Yeah.
and I have pictures of like the Raggedy Ann doll and the other like dolls that they have, like the doll that they have. I have pictures and pictures with Ed Warren.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I know that. Yeah, like I go see that. That'd be something else. I know that. I had a guy on. I can't remember his name. What? I'm caught up on 100 episodes. It's kind of hard to remember who I am. Cut out in the 4 years coming up. So, yeah, I can't remember his name anymore. But he was in charge of his state for the Warren Legacy Foundation.
Mm-hmm.
I can't remember his name. I'll stop on him. I had him one time talking about that. Wow. Well, we hit the hour mark. We got through.
Yeah.
I knew you would. So I'm so glad you got it on, though. I know it was a rough start, but got to hear your story. You got that out, and everybody, you can get her ebook on Amazon. Like I got mine there. Just go to her name, and it is pronounced Terribile, right?
Terribile, yes.
Yes, I got it right then. I want to ask you for a show. I'm like, oh man. Or it's a probably friends Terribile or something. All right. Oh, well, like I said, and what I'll do, if you don't mind, can I put that link to your My Paranormal Nightmare on my site, or
Yeah.
maybe put it on my YouTube channel, maybe just share out. Yeah, go to Amazon, pick over eBooks. I've heard of Activity in Traverse City and our real good stores. They're really good. A lot of good stories in that book, yeah, too.
And
And,
pictures.
yeah, and it's a quick read. So
Yeah.
yeah, so yeah, and I like the way it's set up like a diary too. That was good. Yeah, for the first book. Cool. Well, let's think about this. How you want to wrap it up?
Okay.
So we'll. Because I was gonna put that there for you, and I'll put it on your. I what I'll do. I'll put the link to Amazon books. How about that?
Okay.
I'll do it that way. That way they can go in and they can favorite you or do your other thing in there as your author. Click that and they can download the book. All right, had a good time, great time. It's
Yeah.
excellent having you on, and I appreciate you coming on and telling us your story of your haunted home.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's a privilege having you on, and I'll keep in touch, and I'll let you know everything's going on. I will send you stuff of mine to listen to,
Mhm.
and show. I have some video I can show you. I'll send it to your email address that you gave me today. I will send this to you.
Okay. Thank you.
Yeah, you bet. Next time, everybody, happy hunting.